Enemies ahead! Let's go! Let's go!
Internet service is all about speed. With all the talk about the megabits per second, gigabit, fiber, and broadband, it is very easy to feel overwhelmed. In this video, let us see everything you need to know about internet speeds. So, without wasting any more time, let's get started. Think of internet speed like water pressure. It's all about how much volume is moving in a given amount of time. Computers connected to the internet transfer information to each other in electronic packets. A packet is simply a unit of data. Think packet as a drop of water. Just as more water pressure will deliver more drops of water in a shorter amount of time, a faster internet connection will deliver more packets in shorter amount of time. The volume of data transferred through a connection in a given amount of time is that connection's internet speed. As far as internet speed goes, you can technically stream a video by watching 1 or 2 frames at a time and then waiting for it to buffer for a few minutes. But nobody wants to do that. A faster internet speed will make everything you do online a smoother experience. Knowing your internet speed and how it compares to recommendations from internet-based services like Netflix, Hulu, etc. can help you get the most out of your connection. Because internet speed is so vital to make your internet-dependent activities work well, you should test your internet speed regularly. Now let's talk about the upload versus download speed. Download speed is the speed at which information travels from the internet to your device. For example, if you open YouTube in your phone, your download speed will determine how long it takes to load your feed. Upload speed is just the opposite. It is the speed at which the information travels from your device to the internet. So, if you post something on Facebook timeline or if you try to upload a video, so your upload speed would determine how long it takes to post your photo or the video in YouTube. With most of the internet plans, download speeds are much faster than upload speeds. This makes sense because consumers generally download much more information than they upload. Streaming videos or music, reading a blog post, all activities that don't really need upload bandwidth once they are initiated. Upload speeds become much more important for interactive applications. While some common interactive applications like online gaming and video chat are better with decent download speeds, most consumer internet services provide enough upload speed to handle these things without any issues. Upload speeds are also critical in corporate settings, like sharing a large file can require a lot of upload speed. If you need to send an image to a client for approval, you will want a good upload speed. That's especially important if you have multiple people doing this at the same time, since everyone is on the same network and shares the same internet bandwidth. Also, if you make HD videos or any type of large files and need to upload them to a server or cloud, your upload speed will come into play. Now let's talk about internet speed measures. Internet speed is a measure of the rate at which the information is transferred from one place to another in internet. That measure can be expressed in several ways, but the first step to understanding it is to understand the units of electronic information. Electronic information is any piece of information that is stored or used by a computer or an internet device. It tells computers what to do, what to display, and how to interact with each other. The most basic unit of an electronic information is called as a bit. A bit is expressed as either a 0 or a 1 as a part of a binary code that makes computers work. In most binary code, 8 bits are combined in a series, each with a value of 0 or 1. The combined series of bits is 1 byte of information. The variation in the values of the bits and bytes determines what information that the byte represents. This means 1 byte could represent any of the 256 possible pieces of an information. Those bytes can then work together to create even more variety. Nearly all electronic information, from the display on a basic calculator to a stream of an HD blockbuster, is made up of these bits and bytes. Up next is bandwidth. While bandwidth and internet speeds are often used interchangeably, they are actually referred to two different aspects of the internet service. Internet speed is the measure of how fast the information is transferred, while bandwidth refers to the capacity of an individual internet connection. So, if your internet connection has a bandwidth of 5 Mbps, your speed would only be fast if it's operating at its full capacity. Several factors can slow down your internet connection from reaching its full bandwidth, but a connection's bandwidth will always cap how fast it can transmit information over the internet. This is why internet service providers list their internet services with speeds up to a given speed. They aren't really advertising the speeds of these services, they are advertising the bandwidth of their connections by informing you the highest speed of those connections are capable of transmitting. Now let's talk about these types of internet connections. Internet connections come in 5 basic types: dial-up, DSL, cable, fiber, and satellite. Fiber internet is the fastest widely available internet technology. It uses fiber optic cable which are capable of transmitting large amount of information quickly. While fiber is fast, it isn't available in as many areas as the other types of internet. The cable internet uses the same types of cable that transmit TV services. It has broadband capability and thus can reach high speeds. It is usually available through current or former cable TV providers in their respective areas. Cable internet speeds are usually similar to DSL speeds but can be even faster in some areas. DSL or digital subscriber line uses a connection that looks similar to a phone line, but the wiring inside is different and allows for broadband transmission. This makes DSL much faster than dial-up. Current or former telephone companies that also provide internet services often use this technology, and it is usually available throughout their service areas. Satellite internet is delivered wirelessly to the receiver, but it still requires wires to transport the signal from the receiver to different locations throughout the building. Because it's wireless, it is available almost anywhere. Satellite internet has bandwidth comparable to DSL and cable, but can often feel slower due to the latency. The last one is dial-up. Dial-up is the slowest connection technology because it can't support broadband and thus has a limited bandwidth. Because of its technological limitations, it is almost obsolete. Now let's talk about latency. Latency is the time required for a signal to travel from one computer to another computer on the network and back. In terms of internet service, latency usually means that the time required for a signal to travel to the internet service provider and back. Latency is often referred using different terms like ping, ping rate, and lag. People use these interchangeably, but they are actually different. Latency is the time it takes for a signal to make a round trip journey from your computer to the ISP and back. Ping rate is the measure of latency, usually in milliseconds. A ping is the signal that is sent to test latency. A lag is the result of an latency. Whatever you choose to call it, the lower the number, the better it is. High ping or high latency results in longer wait times when information uploads to or downloads from the internet. Satellite internet has the highest latency because the signal must travel to satellite orbiting the Earth and back in order to reach the ISP's server. This distance is much farther and takes more time than land-based internet connections. So I guess that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and hope you guys liked it. Comment down below your thoughts and suggestions for our future videos. And if you are new to this channel, a sub would be massively appreciated. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.